I really don't care about that.
Here we go. In
That keeps them interested.
2, 1. Hello, everybody. As you can see today, we have 4 people here. Sam doesn't matter.
Sam's a bitch.
We have a guest here, Cornelius Jemison, right? Jemison? Jemison. Like the whiskey.
The one and only.
So basically, like we said, we're going to go a little in this background of who he is, why the fuck he's here. But once again, hopefully enjoy. This is podcast number 7. So he goes by Corn for short. That's what he's in my phone. And little side note, Sam was confused and thought we actually had Corn.
Like Corn
on.
with a K.
I don't know why the fuck they would be joining us.
No, he was on the phone. He's like, yeah, dude, we're bringing in Corn for this next podcast. And I was just like, what?
Yeah, I wish we had that pool.
I want you to use your head a little bit.
I was like,
why would we bring all of Corn here?
I forgot he existed. Okay.
hey, because sometimes we forget we have a bass player.
Yeah. No.
So,
Damn.
anyways, Corn, going a little bit of background. What do you do? Like, what was your current occupation?
I do this whole thing that people call cooking for a living. I've been doing it for about 4 years now. I started in elementary school when I was in junior high. Went to a little off-site thing called the Career Center. And from there, it's where I learned all my basics, how to basically use a knife, what chicken was, what it actually has to be cooked to.
Wait, whoa.
You had to learn what chicken was?
Can't help it.
Yeah, man.
You know what chicken is.
I had to learn a lot more about food than I had no idea of.
He knows what chicken is.
But you knew what chicken was.
I knew what fried chicken was, and I wouldn't
fried
look
chicken
like
is
not
delicious.
fried. I was like, oh my God, you can do something other than, just batter and fry this? Holy crap. And it was like,
I'm leaving that one be.
I've been cooking for
I'm not going there.
Check your privilege, okay? Okay.
Wait. Yeah, it's there. All
but anyways, continue, man.
I've been cooking for 5 years now, and it's really taken me some places in my life at a very young age. I'm only 22, just turned 22.
Woot.
Yeah, you are young. I always forget that you're young as shit.
It's kind of crazy. I forget myself. And it's just that mentality that's, brought me to where I am. Because if you can't, make yourself mature enough to get to where you want to be, then it's defeating your own purpose. So from cooking, I've had the chance to be in the paper. I've gotten to travel to some different states, see some new things, a lot of different cultures and food, which is what I'm really big into in my free time. I've also been in commercial for a kind of public education function that's been broadcasted throughout the nation, and which was really, really just something that kind of put it in my head like, wow, this is really happening. I actually did this. I'm just some black kid from Griffith, Indiana.
Well, that's cool. Did you?
I wasn't gonna say anything, man. Shit.
and that's what people kind of think about when they're like, "Wow, who is this guy that's coming in here and he's serving me something called a grilled watermelon salad on a plate?"
Is that something you actually made?
Yeah.
Is it actually grilled?
Yes, it is actually grilled.
It's delightful.
It was what I do on Fridays is kind of a side thing. I work with a food distributor, Applewood Farms, a company all natural pork and poultry. And at their festival, what I do is I take their product and I transform it into something for the public. And the way I do it to differentiate ourselves,
boom,
is you walk around there and you're like, wow, there's a hot dog, there's tacos, basic fare food, but what if I want to like actually eat something with substance? And so that's when they come to me, and I'm turning gourmet food into something that's cheap and affordable to kind of give people the idea of what they could just have. And so far, most people have been off put, but a lot of our regulars and people are starting to come around to realize, hey, these guys are doing something right there. Let me go check them out. So when they come up to me and they're like, a grilled watermelon salad, is the watermelon actually grilled? And I look at them and I say, yes. I put it on a plate, and then they eat, and they come back to me and they're like, that was really good. And I'm just, I know.
Well, that's good stuff. You said that was in Griffith,
Yes.
Indiana. Do you, is that like, where's that at in Griffith?
Griffith Central Market. Every Friday from 4 to 10 up until about early September-ish.
Okay, and do you post that anywhere, like on your social media?
I do post it on my Instagram. Okay. What I like to do is every Friday before we actually get going, I like to post a picture of something that I did last week to kind of be like, hey, this is what you missed out on. Make sure you're here this time. But the night of, I post exactly what happened on my Instagram.
Good old Griffith.
I like to differentiate my social media to make sure people that they can kind of follow, but they're being teased in a way. So Facebook doesn't get everything. Instagram gets more of my culinary side. Facebook is just like me and the things that I'm doing.
Okay.
And some food every now and again.
And Applewood Farms is no affiliation with us, nor is any partnership with us. But that's something he actually does. We will get into all of his like social medias and whatnot, and we'll check that out at the end of the podcast. So stay tuned for that. So go along with that.
Wait,
What do you got?
Here we go.
You know I got to, right?
What's up?
Yeah, this is gonna be a very, very small tangent. So you work the Central Market in Griffith
Griffith Central Market.
every
yes.
Friday.
Yes.
Every Friday,
Every Friday.
4 to 10.
Oh,
I'm gonna
here we
edit
go.
this out, by the way.
So
No, we're
no, we're not going.
we're not.
we're not going deep into this, right? But I have one question for you. Is there a stand there that sells pierogies?
Of course there is.
That's fucking ironic. And back to what you were talking about.
Yeah, we'll let everyone.
Does it
I'm
rhyme
letting
with
out.
Steely?
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm just saying. Steely Dan's good stuff. But anyways, okay. So going into your culinary career, did you do any?
Motherfucker.
Did you go into like any additional like classical training, like as in like any like official schools?
After I left the area career center, from there I went straight to Chicago and I studied at Le Cordon Bleu for a year.
Delicious. I like cordon bleu, the
It's
chicken
pretty
thing.
How much are
Wait,
you
is
in
that
debt?
the chicken thing? I thought that was
Chicken
the.
cordon bleu.
Decent amount, but
Decent amount,
back
yeah.
up.
We have a chef here. Cordon bleu sandwich, correct? Is
can make a
that
sandwich?
No,
No,
it's not cordon bleu sandwich.
What is-
chicken cordon bleu?
chicken? Whatever.
Say it for me. We're not going to the next segment until I get a fucking answer here.
What's your question?
Chicken cordon bleu, is that what? Am I saying that right?
Cordon bleu.
Yes.
No.
And that's chicken and ham, correct?
It can be whatever you want
Yeah.
it to be now.
Oh, see, I thought it used to.
Typically, it's
I mean, there's a
you
classical way of
have
making it.
you have a pounded chicken breast, which is what people do to make it from scratch. Now you
Oh
just
my god, the sandwich. It's chicken,
a
Swiss
sandwich.
cheese.
You
What?
can
It's
make it
not
into
a
a sandwich.
It's not
Okay.
a sandwich.
no.
I thought
You
it
could
was a
put. You
sandwich.
can make. I could take. I was like, I would like a Slim Jim
It's
sandwich, and you just put just because you put it between bread. I mean, you can really make anything a sandwich, but no, it is not a sandwich.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
you have chicken
I
with
just-
ham
It's not a sandwich.
and bread.
It's chicken, ham, Swiss, and
It's a
and
protein
bun
that's
is-
been breaded and it has some type of like filling to it. You ever had a chicken Kiev? It's kind of like that, but the fillings are just a little
That's
different.
got butter in it and
Yeah.
spices.
Gotcha.
The
It's
same
delicious.
concept,
Okay.
just different.
Except don't get like all aggro and be like, I'm gonna eat this now, like, and it sprays everywhere, and you're,
Yeah. And then when it's real hot, you're just like,
you're like,
so good.
But anyways, so you went le cordon bleu. So
From-
continue.
I graduated there and I went off to Colorado for about a year or two.
I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure
God.
everybody hears you, man.
Swear to God,
You gotta
if
keep
you
the
don't-
mic in front of
Can
you.
you not hear me?
You get loud and then I have to turn you down.
If you don't,
And
if you don't
It's
put your
something-
mouth on this shit,
Just talk
Something
like
about
this.
that place, that seat right there, because you did that shit last podcast in that same place.
true.
Just like
So,
put
yeah.
your face on it, and then you're good almost. No, seriously, I'll get your. I can get 100% then.
That works.
When you laugh
You laugh
like
back
that.
that way, because then I got to turn you down.
That's a lot to think about.
No, it's not.
I'm
it's
so
too
glad.
thick.
Anyways, continue,
I'm
man.
so glad we don't edit
Fucking
anything.
hell.
Oh no, screw that.
Why are you
This
so
is the real.
distracted? So yeah, I graduated there and I moved to Colorado and worked there for about 2 years. And it was really just kind of an experience that opened my eyes to, what more the bigger picture is. There's so much more out there that I can't even imagine to think about with food. And of course, it's Colorado, so that was a bit of an adventure. I can't tell you how many times I busted my ass trying to snowboard, but it was great though.
How was the weed?
It's legal in Colorado. You're good.
It's very true. It's
So
very
that's
true.
that's not against the law.
And it was before you got this job, so you're good.
yeah, it was way before, dude.
I will say that there was definitely some more of the better stuff I've ever had. The first time I did a dab, my neighbor came over. He was like, "Hey man, can I see your vacuum?" And I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "You want to do a dab?" I said, "What?"
What the fuck?
Hold
is
on.
that?
And
you
so
mean
I-
this thing?
And
You're
so,
like-
and so I came over. I came over and he pulls out this giant contraption and he lights it with a blowtorch.
Oh Jesus!
And the next thing I knew, I walked right back across the hallway to my door and I laid on the couch. And then I woke up on the ground a couple hours later.
I wasn't expecting that.
I felt really good,
Wait
though.
a minute. Wait a minute.
You know, it's
Can I
serious.
use your vacuum?
Yeah.
That's a good segue.
You
Can I
know-
use your vacuum, by the way, want to get high? Like,
Fuck.
Man, you gotta understand, people in Colorado are very chill for the obvious reason.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
they
but
got
everybody's calm and collected because everyone's usually high, and
you're not getting my vacuum.
I just need to point out
he just wanted to use. I didn't give it to him. He just used it.
when you need a blowtorch for a drug,
little too much, right?
shit might.
A drug. It's a hot herbal salad, if you will. That's what I call
Oh,
it. A
yes.
hot herbal salad.
Very
so
I'm
you
so
let him
done.
use
Chef
your
of you.
vacuum, and then he let you toss his salad.
I'm so
Ooh.
done.
It's something
Ooh,
like that.
sweet.
He lit the salad on
like
fire,
it.
and I pretty much put my mouth on it.
You're like, I want this in and around my mouth.
That's exactly how it happened.
But moving on.
Blowtorches, people,
So,
stay away
okay.
from them.
So you,
But I-
you did
but
the
I
whole
am a
thing
fan
there.
of
You
the guns.
graduated there. You went to Colorado. Where did that take you next?
I came back home. I started working more in Chicago in some fine dining restaurants. Probably my biggest venture was working at Royster, and we won a Michelin star in that year. So it was a pretty gastronomical feat for me. It was definitely a dream of mine to do at some point. Working in fine dining, you meet a lot of different people. A lot more. A lot of people with different backgrounds from different areas, different cultures, but at the same time, it's also very serious, very, very, very competitive, and people will step on you if given the opportunity, and people will just try to stop you from trying to be what you can be.
Like being in a band.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Okay, so basically you started getting that, and then we don't have to exactly go like where you're at now. It's like who you work specifically for, but you're into like a larger catering kind of thing.
Absolutely. I work for a big corporation in Chicago now. We sponsor a lot of sports teams and cater to their needs. We also do a lot of bigger musical guests. I've had the chance to cater for U2 or just in Metallica. I'm going to be doing a Warriors game coming up really soon. And it's just a lot of great publicity and me getting the chance to kind of express myself with food when given the opportunity to, which is also really good for me.
And then so you're one of like the so like if you do the catering and whatnot.
In terms of the catering, where I would be in the main kitchen or wherever I'm called to when someone just yells for my name on the walkie-talkie. Pretty much, my job is to stay in the main kitchen, and I just kind of make sure that.
You stay in the kitchen.
Yeah, man. That's the biggest part. That's
really
the biggest
hard.
thing.
This is really hard.
The main kitchen is the biggest thing when you got several.
You in the
events
big
going on
kitchen?
in the main kitchen.
Okay, sorry, man.
You
go
in the
ahead.
big house now?
Okay, so
I let it go.
I couldn't help myself. Anyone that's watching that's offended, you're watching the wrong fucking podcast.
You want me to treat him like
Yeah, man.
That's not what I said.
Okay, so you got that. Basically, this is the point that we were getting to before, and we all been talking about too. The many aspects of just the music industry in general. Yes, we're primarily we try to go over metal stuff and whatnot, and even just other bands that we've dealt with before. But there's a lot of other things behind the scenes, like there is with some of the metal tours. There actually is metal chefs. I can't quote exactly who they are, but no, they actually have one that like Slayer, Mastodon, and something like that. When they go on tours, they have a chef that gets hired for the tour,
Interesting.
and they get to eat good stuff. It's not like, all right, here's some hot dogs, right? Just
Hey, whoa, hot dogs can be delicious.
no, you can make some gourmet hot dogs, man. But no, I love hot dogs. Dollar
What
Dog
is-
Thursday,
Hold on. What is the purpose of that chef on the tour?
just to
John?
make the bands happy, man. That's basically it. As a touring artist, which we hope to be someday.
And if that band wants fucking hot dogs,
No, you can do whatever you want. No, they're making
If
gourmet
that
meals.
band wants hot dogs, the chef will make them.
I think they're overpaying for hot dogs.
I'll give you an example. You would probably know this. Rapper 2 Chainz has a
I was
chef,
just gonna say,
but it's strictly for like health nutrition purposes.
Why would I know that?
Why
do that
else?
Oh, here we go.
Does he
again.
have like a nickname, like Spatula?
Man, hey,
2 Chainz Spatula.
time out. Hand me a beer.
Oh, now
Fuck
you want to
this
throw
shit.
your accent on?
I already got the dip in. Fuck it.
I work with these colored
What was
gentlemen
the-
in this band.
All right. What was the last 3 songs you listened to on your car ride here?
Kendrick Lamar, Be Humble.
Help me out.
I listen-
What's that one? We lit.
I don't
You
know.
can't tell me
I've
shit.
been
I
listening
forgot
to
what that-
metal.
You know what song that is? Hey, look. Whatever. I don't even have a fucking response for this. All right.
We can listen to whatever we want, but
Yeah,
most
Why would
of
I know?
us listen to
Goddamn
metal.
right. Okay.
Why would I know that?
Yeah, I was just listening to Lamb of God, followed by some Behemoth, followed by some.
All right, you're a metal kid.
Unleash
We
the
get
Archers.
it. We
No,
get
that was
it.
good. Unleash the Archers, fantastic. This chick's got pipes, man.
I think I listened to Colby Coletti on the way here.
Who?
I don't know, man.
We're like, what?
Is that a person?
Colby Coletti?
Is
No,
it a
Colby
group?
Coletti.
I've heard
I
it,
need you
but-
to slow that down.
Is that
Colby
jazz?
Coletti.
Colby Coletti.
Yeah, you know,
Like
Okay.
the cheese?
bubbly.
Because I swear all he was saying, Colby Coletti.
Colby Coletti.
So, going down what
If
we're
I
talking
said
about.
that right, I'm sorry, girl.
But,
I'm
okay, so
sorry, girl.
there's many aspects within any of the bands. So it could be from like food to the people that build the sets and everything like that. Anyone that's working with it, even your techs.
Right.
So let's go. What's your taste in music? Like if you're on a daily basis, like let's say you're in the big kitchen. What are you listening to while
The
you're
main
in the
kitchen, not
See, man, that's the thing with me. I just like to listen to music, and if I don't feel it, then I change something else. When I like to cook, it's usually kind of more of like a soulful thing for me. So I have like nice Italian jazz playing, something that's
Italian jazz.
yeah,
What's Italian jazz?
it's more instrumental in a very sense. It's not as kind of like hip and funky as you would. It's more.
It's not to fit stereotypes.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like
It's much more mellow. It's
not
much more
Super
mellow
Mario.
and classical. much more classical.
we are not affiliated with Super Mario.
And it's just very relaxing because when I play something that has words, it's just I feel like I don't hear myself thinking
He's good.
enough. And so that music is just like an open canvas for me to just create something. And that's the way I got into it. I was watching a cooking demonstration and I just heard this magical sound in the background. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I looked up the song and it was something totally in a different language foreign to me. And it just drew me in. Like when you go to a nice restaurant, you sit down and you're like, huh,
They put K-pop on.
they did not.
Yeah, that's the kind of restaurants I like to go. to. K-pop, J-pop.
I get what you're talking about.
No,
Thank
no,
you.
no.
Thank you.
When you eat, the ambiance of the music sometimes is really
But
it doesn't make the food taste better. Like when I hear like mariachi music, like no joke, I
it
can
does. It
be out.
does.
If it's like I want tacos and stuff. Like that's like that's like the Pavlov
Wow.
effect.
If
Wow.
you go somewhere
No,
with
seriously.
a nice ambiance, you definitely
can't talk
it
about
kind
it.
of
Tell
affects
me
your
a
overall
Mexican
experience.
restaurant you've been to that's played like I don't know, that's not like that, like mariachi music and stuff.
Honestly, like I feel like Chipotle needs that, and it'd be much better.
It would. I'd be like, ooh, Chipotle, and then they're
No,
like, oh,
no,
it's
no,
not
no,
so
no,
bad
no,
when you
no.
get the poops.
Because if you heard that kind of music at Chipotle, you'd realize that Chipotle isn't Mexican food, and you wouldn't eat there.
Touche.
And
I mean, the
they
hipsters
also
like it.
have attitudes, but we won't get into that segment.
And we
of
are
how
not
much-
sponsored by Chipotle.
No.
And I don't want to
No,
be.
we could talk
Shots
about
fired,
that food.
Chipotle, don't sue us.
We could bitch about all we want. Qdoba's where it's at.
Ew.
Chipotle. Okay.
so wait, hold on.
whoa. Get the fuck out.
Okay, let's. Oh, we got to address that first.
You got a mute button on there?
Yeah, and you're done.
In Colorado, there was one place to get.
So
get a burrito,
Chipotle
and
or
it was
wait,
Qdoba.
Chipotle
Here
or
we go.
Qdoba?
Chipotle.
Why?
Mostly because I've never been to Qdoba.
You're
Then how could you hate it?
So you
I've never
talking
been
shit
there,
about
honestly.
somewhere you've never been.
Yeah, man.
You're like, I hate Thai food, even though I've never been to a
I
Thai
love Thai
restaurant.
food.
Right.
I like Thai fighters. Like in
Isn't-
Star Wars.
Isn't the definition of a cook or a chef to be open-minded?
No, he
Well,
did
it's
not.
Very different in that sense. Chipotle is,
Talking to the mic.
I am. You're putting it.
You know, like
It's
the
gotta be
boom,
right here.
the boom holders from movies. I
That's
feel
what
like we're doing that right
We
now.
are. Everywhere he moves, I got him. I got you, bro. Wherever
We
you
got
go,
you.
I got you.
And then when he laughs, we'll move it and then put it back.
the boom stick.
I've got a stick here. We can just hold it.
Yeah, man. I just don't hear good things about it. I'll definitely.
Well, you've been speaking to the wrong people because we like Qdoba.
I'll definitely give it a try. I'm definitely open to try anything. I can't even tell you some of the craziest shit I've eaten in the past experiences.
Let me ask you a quick question here. What do you get when you go to Chipotle?
I get a burrito with half steak, half chicken, cilantro lime rice. I do.
Don't make it sound fancy. It's rice. You got white rice and brown rice. I get the
cilantro lime rice, which is what it is, and I actually like it. They do a good job.
It's not bad.
And I get extra queso, extra sour cream.
Oh, here we go.
You mean shredded cheese?
Extra queso,
Not the
cheese.
melty shit.
Yeah, the shredded.
Yeah, because they don't got queso there.
Do you have to pay for queso?
You be cheese, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know we don't have to.
Oh.
Qdoba.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. So, that was actually my next question. You were saying things like, extra.
Right.
When you're going through your order process, how do you feel with the people that is taking your order when you say the word extra? What is their response?
Sorry.
It's they don't really say too much. I just kind of look for the facial expression, and, that
And
tells
their
me-
facial expression is what?
Fuck this
It's
shit.
different depending on who serves you. It's like, there's that one guy.
So you want
who's
chicken or
new, and he's
steak?
like, fuck, he just asked me to roll this fat ass burrito with all this extra shit in it.
Fat ass
And then you have
burrito.
some people that are just like, all right, I'm ready. I'm about to roll this shit up and give it to you.
It sounds inconsistent.
You know what else happens? And we're going to end this so we don't have to keep talking about this for the whole next 20 minutes.
Got that right.
Also, at Qdoba, when the burrito rips, this is what happens. Sir, would you like a rewrap or another shell on that?
Hi, I would like
Interesting.
all this extra shit. Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Just no, don't worry about it.
We
I'll give
got
it to
you. We
Okay,
got you.
We got you.
So anyone that's made it this far, feel free to comment which is better, Chipotle or Qdoba.
We do not work for Qdoba.
No, we don't work for either, but we like Qdoba.
We are
I
very much
love
affiliated with their dining room.
Yeah, we like their dining room in Qdoba. It's delicious.
I love Qdoba.
So,
Watch your comments,
If
people.
we're being
Chipotle
honest, though,
sucks.
if I were to pick anywhere to go for a burrito, I would go to this little Mexican restaurant in Colorado called Agave. Some
So
of
you
the
mean to
best
tell me
food
on
I've
a
ever had.
random Tuesday you gonna drive your happy ass to Colorado
He's
to
stupid.
You
get a
know,
fucking
Mike,
burrito?
he's making that
It's very
sweet,
possible.
rich chef money.
Mm,
He's in the big
yeah.
kitchen making them big dollars.
I fucking knew he was.
So you work in a main kitchen. Does that mean you're like prep?
I do a lot of it, honestly. It's mostly prep, but a lot of what I do is I survey what the employees do. I make sure that they're on track. I make sure the cooler's tight. I just make sure the chefs have everything they need in that sense. What my job is to get them out of the main kitchen so they can go take care of all the other shenanigans going around the building.
So you a prep cook?
Damn.
He's just jealous.
No. Look, so a lot of what you're saying, I get. I understand. I'm actually also a cook.
Notice how I didn't say chef.
No, because I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. I don't have that
Chef
title.
is a very loose term.
Yeah.
Anyone could be a chef.
In
You-
other words, Sam ain't shit.
In a fine dining restaurant, you'll realize in that sense that everybody is chef. Everybody is chef. But there are different levels of that chef. You're a chef as in that aspect. You cook, you have this knowledge, you can do this. I trust you to do this task.
Yeah.
But
This
then that's where it gets bigger, like exec, all that other stuff.
This is just like
Everyone
seriously,
is chef.
really-
If you enjoy what you do, you know how to cook. You are chef.
Just like
But
we're
you're not the chef.
musicians, that doesn't make us all good ones.
Exactly.
Essentially.
It's in that very big
no. I
aspect.
mean, in an actual like a good, just synonymous even with a band, like the lead singer, whoever the hell it is, whatever band it is. Yeah, they could be like the head chef. But if you don't got anyone prepping everything for you, you're fucked.
True.
Oh, yeah, you ain't
It's
got
just
shit.
like, all right, we're gonna play
You
next
ain't got
song for
shit?
you, and then crickets.
Ain't got shit.
We don't want to have that muddle
My-
of pud. No, puddle of mud. There you go. Those guys.
my-
We don't want to have
Muddle of
that shit going on where he's like, "Oh, fuck you guys." Yeah, that happens to us. I'm gonna punch that guy in the face. Not puddle of mud.
Well, that's the difference between big corporate catering versus a regular line cook. No, don't get me wrong. I miss the line cook, the aggressive, the inappropriate, the the high pace,
Oh yeah.
shit storms that just happen.
Oh yeah.
But when I get to a nice kitchen where I can see all of my objectives and just make sure that
wasn't
they're
ready.
done for the day, it's different.
I mean, so the reason I brought it up is because there's always a rivalry between the line cooks and the prep cooks.
Well,
Okay.
would you like
It
to
was
know
just-
what that is?
I know what it is. That's what I'm saying. I work in a casino. I'm a part of their fine dining venue.
Okay.
Okay, so
It's pronounced casino.
casino. I'm not gonna say which casino or
Big
which
kitchen.
venue, right? But the people that work in main kitchen, there are prep cooks. They do all the heavy lifting, the mass bulk
Right.
stuff, and the line cooks do all of the fast paced. They're on the front of the lines.
Right.
They spill like
in a
giant things of
sense.
water on themselves that are boiling for some reason.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, who
happens
would
sometimes.
do
they're
that?
so they're so important.
Who would do that? But there's always been a rivalry there.
I've
That's why I
definitely been in those scenarios getting started. I used to work at a casino too, and a lot of what it is was I was the morning line cook, but my job was
Oh.
also / prep. And so when PM comes in, they're getting their shit done, and they just you can feel it too in that sense, and you definitely hear about it. PM cooks do feel superior to AM and prep cooks, and
because-
that's fine.
It's because we are.
There it is. I was waiting the whole day for it.
It's
Would you say they're privileged?
I would say it's apples and oranges because if you don't have the prep AM cooks, you're not gonna have the food you need to get your shit done tonight.
In all
And
honesty,
that's when you have to like kind of come back to it and realize, okay, we kind of need each other, so let's just shut the fuck up and make this food. But PM definitely, I'll give them that they're in the shit. They get all the bigger services. They're usually there so much longer. Sure, you have that entitlement, but at the same time, don't forget your place. You're still, you just
Still a
work.
bitch.
Exactly.
in all honesty, we couldn't do what we do if you don't have a good support team behind you.
And that's what people don't realize. Sure, they can talk shit to you, but if they don't have these steaks fillet like they need, what's gonna happen to them?
Just like in music.
Everything's just gonna
You
fall.
got-
You got your front man, and you got the people that are actually doing the work.
So tell me about
know?
these apples and oranges.
Okay.
Very good fruit. I'm a fan
they-
of citrus.
Are they baby oranges?
Giant, like those what is those mandarin? What's the tiny ones? Mandarin, the tiny ones, little
Tangerine.
oranges.
tangerines.
Mandarins.
We're gonna
We're gonna
middle
call them
terms. Baby oranges.
Yeah, baby oranges. That's
Right.
the
Baby
new
oranges.
title.
Thank you.
So, anyways, let's go back to your taste in music. So, like, what is your go-to? Is it Italian jazz? What you've been telling me? Let's check that out.
When I'm at home or I'm cooking, just in a on a day where it's like just me in the kitchen doing some things by myself, yes. Because a lot of people they're not into it. It's just something that a lot of people just call elevator music, but you have to see past. They get to listen to what it actually is. It's kind of like for me, it's like a story in a way. It calms me and it helps me create. Honestly.
Like, I could sleep to Slayer and like Behemoth and Cannibal Corpse.
Well, don't
like,
get me
it's-
wrong. Like when shit gets busy, I'll definitely just hit the rock button on my playlist
death
and just
metal
go
all
from
the way.
there.
No, like
I
let's,
wish
okay.
we
Let's say
could
like you
play.
go to the gym. If you go to the gym, not
no.
hating. I was
He's
just
like,
asking.
if
Come here.
If you go to the
No, like gym or like let's just say like you're out and about or just like cruising. You still like listen to that? Or?
If I'm on a day where I'm like trying to get shit done, like I go work out, I got errands to run, it's gonna be a mix of like some nice Pink Floyd or Smashing Pumpkins, some shit like that.
So you like that '90s stuff?
I am very big
Pink
in
Floyd
the
is not
90s.
90s.
No, I'm talking about when he had Smashing Pumpkins. I was like '90s
okay,
stuff,
yeah.
and then Pink Floyd. That's not '90s.
No,
But-
not at all.
But my playlist differentiate. Like you'll definitely hear some Phil Collins thrown in there at some point. 2 Chainz.
Genesis Phil Collins or Phil Collins Phil Collins?
Genesis Phil
Mm.
Collins.
Okay.
Do you think Genesis is Genesis without Phil Collins?
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. But yeah, riding to work just today, I like probably heard at least 20 new songs that I was just like in the car, just bumping to, like, yeah, what's this shit? Just hits download playlists and I just play it at work.
What's your guilty pleasure that you embarrass yourself when you like if
And
you're cruising and then you have the window down and then some like pretty ladies come by and you're like, oh, rolling the window up. You're like, I wasn't listening to that. What's your guilty pleasure? And we could go around the room too. What some of the guilty pleasures are.
Okay, come back to me. I gotta think about this.
Don't say
Oh.
cowboy butt sex. What's your guilty
Justin
pleasure?
Bieber all day.
Really?
Yeah, that one song he has. I forgot what the name of it is. That one song, just the one, is
not
fucking
even a
dope.
guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that's
How
just
is it
guilty.
not?
I've
He
said
deserves that.
Do you know how
Yeah,
many
they're-
times I've
okay,
said
that-
I wish I could assault him, but we're not famous enough to assault him?
I do not agree with pretty much anything else Justin Bieber, but that one song he did was fucking sick. Okay.
Sam does not work for Justin Bieber. Just
Oh, I am not affiliated.
We
if
don't,
you
we don't
couldn't
have
tell,
to say that for everything. It's clear that he's not.
I am not affiliated with this band.
That's why you're wearing her gear.
Look at my tit.
That's gross.
Coming from the guy who was just shitting his pants and squatting.
Yeah, a fart is different from a
Are
tit.
you sure it was
a
a
male,
fart?
your male
That's
tit?
his-
Not
that's
even
his guilty
anybody
pleasure.
else. His tit.
My male tit.
Your
I
male
mean,
tit.
It's his guilty pleasure, man.
Hey, look, $20 is $20.
My gas is temporary, but those
Okay,
things.
so anyways,
Oh,
what is your guilty pleasure then?
Beyonce.
Really?
Beyonce.
Because you're just jealous you don't got Beyonce money.
Beyonce's my guilty pleasure.
Like, what's your favorite Beyonce song?
Partition.
Sing it for me.
Yep, you know what I'm talking about. Partition. The first half of the song is kind of weird, and then the second half just has a nice little beat, and she doesn't say a lot of shit, so that's why I like it so much.
She don't say shit. I love it.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
best
perfect.
song
She does,
ever.
that's why I like her. Well,
Just
mine,
saying, Lemonade was a pretty amazing album.
And All the Single Ladies is a hit.
Oh man.
We're not
I
affiliated to Beyonce
like, no
and the
joke.
Sisters at all.
when I have that thing come
Oh,
up,
I'm
the
affiliated.
the
Every night.
all the single ladies, the women you're like, okay,
Want
you can't help but kind of groove out to it a little bit. And then that large gentleman that danced to it, I was like,
Yep.
good for you. No, mine is definitely Maroon 5, dude, because the musicianship, man. He's all like this in perfect tone.
Have you heard
But-
Sunny Morning?
I see. I don't think Maroon 5's a guilty pleasure though.
Me neither.
A lot of
No,
people
they're-
hate it.
they're-
No, they're getting better now,
They
but
get
that
some
was
hate,
another one.
but they're not like.
Coming for me, they're like, all right, I'm
Well,
a behemoth slayer,
yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
And
I
then
guess,
Maroon
yeah.
5, like, we listen to my playlist, it's like, and I love you. You're like, what's going on here?
So-
And here I thought you were gonna say Rush.
Rush is not a guilty pleasure.
They're classic. They're-
Yeah, but once again, metalhead.
Rush
You
is
should
Rush
see
is
him.
good include.
You should see him karaokeing.
Seriously,
Seriously.
I karaoke some Journey. I love me some Journey. Maybe we'll do some footage there and put that on our main, the Time Is the Enemy YouTube. We'll do that and we'll have some karaoke stuff because he did Seal, Kiss from a Rose.
Oh, that was bad.
I rock some Journey, some what's his name?
Yep.
I can't think of someone.
Yep, that guy.
Lionel Richie.
Okay.
I killed some
Okay.
Lionel Richie, and then George Michael,
Okay.
Careless Lover.
Alright.
You know, good stuff. But we haven't forgot about you.
Oh yeah.
I think I got it. My guilty pleasure. I had to.
Your guilty pleasure is
I
not
would-
talking into the goddamn
would-
mic.
I don't want to tell anyone.
I would have to say that anything would be Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey.
Pre or
Okay.
post. What's his fuck?
Cannon.
Say what?
Pre Nick Cannon or post Nick Cannon?
Did Nick Cannon
Is
have
it
that much
really-
effect
Does
on
it matter?
That's what I
Mariah?
was saying.
I'm just
Does
curious. I
it
just wanted to
matter?
put it in there.
I thought that-
honestly.
I thought the answer would have been faster.
Like when I hear Mariah Carey, I don't hear Nick Cannon. I hear Mariah Carey.
Damn.
Do you like old? I don't. Is there a new Mariah Carey? I really don't know.
Oh man.
Is there like old? What do you like? Oldie but
We
goodies
Belong
Mariah
Together
Carey?
is definitely a hit that's gonna be in my heart forever. But Obsessed with Me, Touch My Body is probably one of my personal favorites because
You want to touch her body?
Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
So I lied. My guilty pleasure, Shania Twain.
Well, speaking of
Shania
other
fucking
Shania
Twain, man.
Carrie
Pipes.
was it Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood.
I love that song where she talks about what is that? Before he cheats. That's so metal.
Fuck.
Cause she's like I smashed. She like beat the shit out of the car. Keys. I was like that song is metal as fuck. So yeah, metal as fuck. Bing, boom, finger went down.
There was an
Ariana
invisible-
Grande.
Oh my god, I hate that song so much because he was trying to do he was doing a jump
Ariana
cover
Grande.
and like it plays where I work. It just comes on. I'm like, I'm
Yeah, I'm still gonna do the cover of the Ariana Grande song.
gonna do some guitars over
I
there.
love her.
And then Sam I'll do the bass.
Mac Miller, you suck.
Whoa,
That's her
whoa,
boyfriend, by the way.
Chill.
Do you want to get on that Ariana Grande?
He is
No,
garbage.
he's not.
Okay.
Sam is better than Mac
Have
Miller.
you heard Polo
Cheer.
Jeans? That's
What-
a really good
what
song.
is
Have you heard Polo Shirt?
What's a
Okay.
what's a Mac Miller?
If
What is
we're-
that?
If we're talking Mac
Sounds like
Miller,
a terrible sandwich,
Yeah,
doesn't
wait,
it?
Mac
talking
Miller?
Mac Miller, it's Donald Trump, it's Polo Jeans, it's fucking Grief
Okay,
with
so-
Earl Sweatshirt, and watch the movies with the sound off. That's it. That's the only
Wait.
Mac Miller to talk about.
I
So only
understand.
4 songs?
Wait.
And
I
an album.
understand why you like Mac Miller, because of your time in Colorado, right? Because Mac Miller is so like chill.
Well-
Most people out here they don't really dig Mac Miller because he's so goddamn chill. But in Colorado, where it's legal to fucking smoke weed, I get it.
I
Is he like a
actually-
John
sense.
Mayer?
I actually got
No.
into
I like John
am-
Mayer.
Wait, I
He's
am
a phenomenal
actually
guitar player.
in September going to a John Mayer concert.
I won't hate on you. I'm jealous.
Because John Mayer is a phenomenal.
We're gonna have a show. You're gonna have to cancel.
Phenomenal
Okay.
guitar player. Fuck you. What with our 2.5 members?
Yeah.
I have every John Mayer album on my phone.
Oh, high five.
Nice. Yeah, it's good.
That's
I'll drink to that.
That's
That's
props.
good.
I
There
can
you
get
go,
down
Clinks.
on some fucking John Mayer.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like his music got me through a lot of more tougher situations in my life.
And that baddie
That bad.
Is it Wonderland?
and baddie.
Ew.
John Mayer's
What?
some
Whoa,
good
whoa,
stuff.
whoa, whoa,
Such
whoa.
a- wait.
What?
Her body is a wonderland. Is that the song you're talking about?
I thought he said her body.
Hey,
But
baddie. I just said baddie. That's how he says it, baddie.
My baddie.
Like they got it right on Family Guy. He's like, I'm like, he does say baddie. I was like,
My baddie.
I mean, that's the truth though. I was like, yeah, it's good with that.
we're out of beer.
If you had to take a pick, what would you say the best John Mayer song is?
I don't know names of these songs. When it comes on, I'm like, yay, John Mayer.
It's one of my favorites is slow dancing. The guitar work in slow dancing is great.
Is it because you're basic
I like
and
to
white?
slow dance.
Say that again.
Is it because you're basic and white? 'Cause I know
What?
All the basic workers like that song.
No.
But it is a very good
No.
song.
If we're gonna talk basic,
No. Fuck off.
When I saw
Look,
that John
continue
Mayer
'em.
concert, everybody with the social media when that one song came on,
Y'all look.
it's like they didn't hear anything else on the album but that
You-
song. I'm like, you people don't know shit
You
about
hating.
John Mayer.
You hating because you can't recognize a classic.
Ja Mayer.
It's a classic,
My-
man.
It is a classic, but why is it a
With-
classic? Because it was
Because
one
of the
his most
guitar
popular
work.
songs that hit on the radio.
No. It had nothing to do with the radio. It had everything to do with the fact that it was relatable and that like bittersweet shit. Like, I'm in love, but this shit's
A
gonna
lot of
end
the music is
horribly.
relatable, but people just don't know about the other music.
Like the first half of that song is like it starts off as a pop song, and then the back half is like a metal song because they're talking about you're in love, but we're gonna kill each other in this gory fucking.
speaking
That's
of
how
metal,
I
we're
interpret
gonna
that.
We're
Okay.
gonna go away from John Mayer here. So
This is why this song gets me rock hard.
you get rock hard listening to John Mayer. We're gonna end that. That's this segment with that. He gets rock hard while listening to John Mayer.
Love you, John Mayer.
Let's since we have it's primarily we are a metal band. What's some of the
Primarily,
the metal?
What are we also a funk band?
I don't know. We could be. We know this.
Primarily we're metal, but on the side we do
Yeah.
R&B.
As
Well,
soon
so
as
funk
as
is
soon
an
as your
option.
bass playing goes up just
It's
like
never
another.
going to.
Damn it!
Get
It's
on my
never
level
going
with
to.
funk.
And
Some die people.
you already
some die.
learned the slap though, so like you're
Well, I
like
didn't learn the slap. I faked.
He just slaps it. He
Yeah.
literally slaps it.
Just hits the strings really loud.
Okay, I'm gonna slap the guitar there. Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Got
guitar.
her. Eh?
Okay. All right, moving on. What's with some of your like? I just noticed you have a chef with a knife thing. It's kind of metal. It's like Chef Suicide.
No, not at all.
That's a great name for a song.
Chef Suicide. That's gonna be
no,
next.
no.
The restaurant business has one of the highest suicide rates.
You know why?
I do know
ours
why.
Because you ain't in a big kitchen. That's why.
Yeah, because they have an easy life.
He's like,
Bang.
That's when you get to a different side
I'm
of
outside.
the industry that people just don't know about because it truly is one of the most stressful careers out there, and people they don't understand that there's a lot of drug abuse and just alcohol addiction and all these different things that go on
Speaking of which,
backstage.
we got more alcohol.
I think we're pretty much. I didn't stop.
guys done
We're
drank
It's
trying
not
to-
even
Sick like
alcohol;
that
it's
guy.
beer.
It has
You
alcohol in
Whoa.
it.
You can drink mine if
Yeah,
Yes.
'cause
Yeah,
Kenny just
shit.
whatever. Anyways, what's some of your like favorite like metal bands? And I'll correct you if I believe they're not metal or we believe it's not metal. Because apparently we're the Metal Authority now.
Yeah,
Stamp, I guess?
that's us.
Yeah, no, not
The
really.
authority on all metal.
I swear to God, if you say something that's not metal,
Here we go. He
you're
doesn't
gonna be
even
like, he's like my favorite metal band is.
he doesn't even know what to say. He
Taylor
doesn't even know what to
Oh,
say.
Can I
What's-
get the
what's-
words out?
Yeah, go ahead.
I like Slayer.
Okay.
Is Deftones
Okay.
metal?
No.
Yeah, actually, no. Deftones. It depends on what songs they are on the album wise. The line between metal has been very, very moved.
Overall, they're not metal. They have some metal
Well, they play them on
stuff, but
liquid metal on XM, which is sometimes kind of, but you never know.
They might be
I
like a
listen to XM.
precursor back then, but
Precursor.
yeah, they're like if you listen to your classic metal bands right now and you compare them to what we sound like modern day, you wouldn't consider them metal necessarily, but they are metal because they started that movement.
We have touched on current metal bands, which we're not very happy with.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are like fantastic.
Did you already have that podcast? Was that a thing?
A
The
little bit. We
conversation
can go
we
into
had?
Whoa.
yeah.
We've
Like-
spread it out.
Like, what happened to the ugly fucking just fat ugly kids with the scraggly beards and long
think that-
hair that
Yeah, that was
started
what
the
we were
metal
talking about.
movement?
That might have been like number 2 or number 3, but we
Like-
spent a good amount
But
of
no,
time
I mean,
on it.
so
Well, when I say this, and I don't mean it to offend any of you, but
Oh, you won't.
I feel like the metal scene is dying down in the music industry. I feel like it's more being gravitated towards pop and hip hop. Well, not hip hop, rap, and it's
Rap.
So
that's what I'm gonna go with that one. No,
Thank
honestly,
you. No,
to your point, and then I do have. Go ahead.
But yeah, I feel like there's not enough appeal to music overall, and it's a very known fact. You know, people just listen to what's on the radio nowadays. They don't take the time to outsource and find out things about such and such artist, such and such genre, why this genre is what it is, where it came from, and things like that. And that's what I'm interested in. I listen to so many different cultural things. I have music on my phone that are inspired instrumentals from Asia, Italian, of course. I love my Spanish music, my salsa music. It just gets me going in the morning. Things like
rock
that.
hard.
Well, like
Yes.
we get some rock hard. No, what I believe it's different. As in, metal is on the rise. There's so many metal bands that are metal bands that have become so mainstream. And honestly, I really think it has to. If you look at, let's say, from 80s as time goes on,
Right.
a lot of when you get any sort of like disruption. And like we don't talk politics or anything like that on the show, and I'm not gonna get into it like that. But when you get disruption in politics,
Right.
economy, everything like that, you start seeing a rise in more anger and hate. And if you not necessarily hate as in like you're black, white, and like that,
Angst,
as in hate,
frustration.
just frustration. And with like current millennials, which unfortunately, like you don't fall into the normal millennial, I would see, because you
Or
have
does
intelligent
he?
conversations. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't
Bang,
bitch about
bang.
everything and complain like, you offend me. Well,
Because he's in
fucking
the
shut
main
up.
kitchen, man.
The
He's in the big
Big
kitchen.
kitchen, not
But
the big kitchen.
yeah, exactly where we're going on with that. Yeah, no, and that's another point of view, because like we really want to hear on people that don't necessarily listen to metal, but you can even see some of the bands that were like heavy in like the underground metal scene, or like that you say like black metal.
Right.
Good example. I was just on listening to like liquid metal and whatnot, or no, Octane on XM, and In Flames came on, and I heard the new track, and In Flames is one of my favorite bands. They're starting to, the way that they hit their chorus, the way that they kind of adjusted how they were singing, sounds a lot like these modern like genty bands, or I don't know what like Motionless in White and stuff like that would fall under, but the way that they sing,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, man.
I heard it in that. If you haven't heard the new track,
I
I'll
haven't.
show you. We'll listen to it
I
after
don't know
this.
if I want to.
No, it made me
Because
sad.
I like In Flames
Like
a lot.
were you in? Did I introduce you to In Flames? Yeah, and like
in the last the podcast. In the last
The
oh my
podcast.
god.
My
okay, in the
last-
last podcast, I was
No, in the
My
last
bad.
podcast, I explained, I wasn't a metal kid before this band, and I got introduced to a lot of stuff. And one of the bands that I picked up pretty much came from John, which was In Flames, and I fucking love In Flames. So I don't know if I want to hear
Their
this new
demise.
take. But here's the thing. Here's my opinion. Okay, everything except for pop goes through cycles, right? Because pop is always going to be pop, and it'll always follow every single fucking trend and what's popular, because it's popular music, it's pop, right? But everything else goes in cycles, right? So you might consider metal to like be dying out, but that's only because of current trends. It's going to come back, and maybe it might be in a different incarnation of what it is now. But
For me too, I definitely don't take enough time to look into it, and I also don't see that much publicity about it. There's always shows at those hole in the walls and things like that, and those are nice. I like those. You go and you see a lot of different people with different talents.
we are affiliated with another hole in the wall.
well, sort of ish.
We're not
I mean, they
affiliated
don't
with
pay
Hole in
us,
the
so
Wall.
we're not affiliated.
No, not even that, but
whatever.
like when it was another hole in the wall. And whatnot.
Just kidding.
We're
Just
not gonna go
kidding.
into that.
JK, JK.
But no, that's one thing which a lot of metalheads, no matter what you consider metal, you don't consider metal. Metal, that's what I love about all genres of metal, because it is the underground. And I saw that in like original rap culture. Now, I'm not an authority on that. I don't know a lot about, but like when you listen to like stuff coming out of like fucking Compton and shit, and like the LA scene, in like the 80s, 90s, I feel, which you can debate back and forth with me, that was like the rap because I felt it came from here.
Yeah.
But moving on, it went from money, bitches, drugs. I don't see how that really applies to. Yes, you may come from like a low, whatever. You come from poverty and you're up to where you're at now. But I feel there's more heart.
You have the same issue in metal that you do in modern day rap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you have artists or bands, whatever, in both genres that stay true to the whole point of the original movement. If you look at the underground music, right? To me, that's really a statement to what everyone actually feels and believes in this country.
Right.
And that's their outlet. That's if the people that listen to it, that's their outlet to, they agree with these things. The bands, that's their outlet to say it, But then it's the market is just saturated with people that are just doing it for the money. So they're following the trend. They're not really a part of the movement, right? So that's why I feel like things go in cycles.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, even Kenny can speak on this too, and I'll let you go ahead and speak on it. Like, I really feel the U.S. scene for just good music in general, just good music. It could be metal, it could be rock, it could be anything like that. The music in the U.S. is shit because you miss out on so many other bands that are good that they have to be years and years before they even do anything. But you go overseas, you can come out, and there's a lot of bands that I've discovered overseas that are fantastic that are doing it. They're just upstarts. They're doing like a year and they're getting going.
The only thing I'm gonna say, the music might be shit, but the money isn't.
No, the money is good here. You want to play in the
this is where you want to be musically.
But you don't want to sell out.
But to get here, you have to. You've got to. I'd rather be known globally.
Fine line.
Than I don't know. It's kind of a fine line. Like I want to
sell out. Go ahead, Kenny. I need you to talk.
Yeah, it's Kenny's turn. We've been chatting.
I can even make this relevant with you. Fine dining versus fast food.
Right.
Fine dining could be fast food.
Why? Because
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up because like I'm in that industry, so like that's a bad example. But
it's
go ahead.
It
I get
has to be a
from.
bad example because when you say pop is what's popular, it's instant gratification. So even if there was a deeper issue, the millennials deal with deeper issues by instant gratification, aka fast
prostitutes.
Food.
Not fast
let me
food.
go.
Okay, let me clarify the point. It's you have your modern trends in cuisine, right? So for like restaurants that are based in only kale for the fucking hipsters, right? Stuff like that is what's popular.
Shots fired.
I'm not hating on kale. I love kale, right? But I can tell when I walk into a place if they literally created their business plan and model off of selling to hipsters that are only going to it because they're like, oh, this is what's in and healthy, and
aka copycat bands.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. So like you have your fine dining establishments that don't get as much exposure and attention that are just phenomenal. You're talking world class restaurants. Right. And then you have other restaurants that get more attention and more popularity because they're going with some new fucking fad in the social economy that we have here in America.
Are you saying it's hipster food because it's just mostly just strictly vegetables?
No, not at all.
Catering
what I'm
to
saying
a demographic.
is having that on the menu because it's delicious is awesome. Having a vegetarian menu in a restaurant based is awesome. But if it's because whatever the fucking newest millennial comes along and he wants to go to that restaurant only because he thinks he's in this, very conscious woke state, so he only wants to eat in this fucking woke ass restaurant, and they
quotations on woke, everybody.
Quotations.
Woke as fuck.
He only wants to go there because it's what all of his woke friends want to do. To me, that's bullshit, right? That's the pop music in the culinary world.
It'll be like here, sushi burritos. It's just something like that. Like, oh, they're delightful. I don't want to fucking eat sushi burritos every fucking day.
Right.
But if I can eat a sushi and a burrito, no. So if I can eat a sushi and burrito,
same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Sriracha. Okay.
What the fuck is that? Sriracha.
Can you put subtitles there? Sriracha.
Sriracha.
That was like a. Crap! I can't just keep going.
Sriracha is delicious and has been on Asian food menus, whatever, for a very, very long time, right? As soon as we had this boom in America with sriracha, everyone wants to put sriracha on fucking everything, and it's a thing. Like, to me, that's just like popular bullshit,
It
right?
cycles.
And it's been around for however long they've been making this, which is probably
Well, that's what it
thousands
is
of
when you
years.
come to the USA.
So
It's
so real
developed
music
by-
has been around this entire time. We can all
I'm
agree to
gonna
that.
jam that.
And you said
mic in your mouth.
sriracha like Tracy Morgan.
Sweet.
Sriracha.
No,
Sorry,
I'm
I couldn't think of his name.
Sriracha.
in transparency, I was imitating Pitch Perfect 2, which we are not affiliated with.
You don't have to say that on everything. It's just if
That's
we're-
gonna be the thing.
Yeah, we're not
Podcast.
affiliated.
They know
Podcast
I
7,
did
we
say
are not
Pitch Perfect
affiliated
2, but
with.
Lighten 3.
that. God.
I saw one because
quotation.
my coworker I was working with, and she's like, "Why is Pitch Perfect?" I was like, "This is shit." And then I watched it. I was like, "I fucking hate musicals, and I still hate this
Dude,
thing."
Yep.
those movies are hilarious.
There's two musicals that I like.
Hilarious.
Jesus Christ Superstar because it has like Styx and shit, and Alice Cooper in it for music, bang, and then freaking Sweeney Todd because there's so much murdering. There's just so much murder,
Metal Kid.
dude. The fucking murder, man. It's
Oh.
gore.
Mayhem.
But to
Chaos.
bring it back to that
Anarchy.
particular
I
particular
see which
point.
way you were
Damn.
going with that.
You're just like,
Hi guys. I've been doing better.
okay.
I've
you
been doing
laugh.
better.
No,
talking.
he laughs into it, but then he's like,
Right?
ha ha ha.
Well,
So
I'm just very vocal when I talk.
Was that an
like-
Asian joke?
I like
No.
To, I
I don't.
know.
How would that
You
be
see where I was
okay?
going with that.
He did it, but
I get it.
But on purpose.
You get it? But
Check your privilege, bro.
but
Okay.
But essentially that's my point.
Right.
There's always real good music, but it's just not as popular. But like you said, everything goes in cycles.
Yeah.
So the longer we do this, the more we encounter more of that underground demographic, which we feel is very huge.
Right.
And eventually it's just gonna
And even that, like in a sense, that's like the hipster mentality, though. The way we brought it up, we're kind of like it was better when it was originally. So I was like, we're just as
Yeah.
guilty.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But
you're right.
but there's other bands that are really embracing that new, and I feel like I've been on this band Ginger kick. Ginger, it's a female fronted. She's got like guttural, like low ass screams. Attractive female.
you never know,
But
sir.
and then she sings. They're from Ukraine, I
Yep,
believe.
the
Anyone,
Ukraine.
someone can correct me if they're watching this.
Well,
But
look
they're
what's going on in Ukraine. Right
they're
now.
good. But no,
And
it's the
for
same
past
exactly.
years.
There's just not her
Balls.
boobs.
Balls.
But I was like, it's
it's got
anger.
balls, man.
It does. Yeah, I promise.
it's good.
If we put a song on, you wouldn't know it was a girl.
Yeah, we can't do that at all. So
Yeah.
that's not
We're
going to
not
happen.
No.
We can
affiliated
sing
with
it.
She's
Ukraine.
phenomenal.
Yeah. But no, what I'm getting at is like everyone's got their own music taste, and like one of my buddies I was trying to get on here, and you know we can all agree, disagree. Everyone's gonna have their own music taste. They're gonna figure out what they want to listen to, what they don't want to listen to, which is that's what I like about music in general. But even like with food or anything like that, some of the bands that I'll listen to, like they do interviews, they actually have really good influences. Like it might be some band that we think is like quote unquote bitchy or something like that, but they're like, yeah, I'm really inspired by Slayer and also stuff. I was like, wow, I wouldn't expect that from the type of music you do.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't think we can always just go straight up and judge someone on that.
No,
But the
it's-
bands we're going with that we see that are up and coming with us, I miss some of the heart of it.
if you
Touch your laptop.
if you like something, right, and it just happens to be popular, that's fine. Like if you can't name the fucking album, if you can't name a member of the band, if you can't name an ingredient in the dish or whatever the case is, right? If you like something that might happen to be popular and you have you actually genuinely like it, that's I don't give a shit. You know, be you, do you, boo boo, whatever. If you're only into it because it's a fad, to me that's a problem.
That's my main concern with any of the music, even food. That's what it really dilutes the creativity. And we touched about this on other podcasts. It can go across food or anything like that, or even the music that's been popular. You keep rehash. Yes, it makes money for the label, but I don't feel there's longevity,
Right.
and I don't feel there's enough diversity in the music and sound when you play one band that does the exact same thing, but the only difference is they kind of tweak the guitar.
It's like
But-
there's nothing to it.
Yeah,
no,
like you could
it's the
have
same
a steak
shit.
20 different ways, but if you have someone that uses like a wood fire grill and actually like they age their steaks and they spice, they make their own spice rub and like that, they do anything like that, a big difference. Then someone's like, I'm gonna use a propane grill with Bobby Flay's spice, and then you throw it on,
And
you know.
fucking applewood bacon. I don't know about you. Segue here, dude.
I love
I
bacon.
am so tired of seeing people put applewood bacon on everything like it's some big goddamn trend, okay? Use something different than fucking applewood bacon.
Is there okay? We can go applewood. Is applewood bacon the same as like bacon and just regular bacon and like
it's normal bacon, but it's been smoked. So
smoked bacon?
the curing process of bacon, you either have to smoke it or salt it or
But
do
no,
something to it.
is
And
applewood
in this, they
bacon-
use applewood to smoke the bacon.
They use applewood chips.
Is
and that's
applewood
where
the same? That's I get what you're saying. with
It's
that.
the same bacon. It's just
But
flavored
there's
a little bit
applewood
differently.
brand bacon and applewood bacon.
It's the same thing.
There's a big difference.
No, but there's a big
No,
difference.
it's the same thing.
It's a big difference.
No,
How
applewood.
is it a big difference?
You can have applewood bacon that's not made with applewood.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But applewood bacon got they probably got their start. Applewood bacon, by terms of their freaking brand name, probably got started using applewood to smoke their bacon.
I feel like
You'd
you're
be the
really
authority.
upset about
He
this.
likes the apple.
No, because
He's
I'm just
upset.
like these
motherfuckers.
I understand trends, but if we're talking about just fucking driving a trend home till it's dead, right?
You're like
to
the
make
Lewis
money.
Black of bacon right now.
To make look every single time. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and it's a parallel to music. Every time I see a menu that says in big fucking bold print, applewood bacon wrapped chicken or whatever the case is, and they put applewood bacon, right?
Metalcore.
To
cheap
elevate it or make it fancy, right? To me, that's the same concept as having the 9 millionth variation of this fucking gent band, which I'll probably start it from one gent band.
Legit.
Yeah, the gent.
So
They're doing it to make money and to bring fucking profit in. That's
So
all
our
they're
next
doing.
next on our writer, I'm gonna have many variations of applewood bacon,
And
and they're
I'm
all
gonna
gonna be the
stand-
fuck
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
you.
what-
So
what
they're
are you
like-
seeing
they're
on
like,
this
so would you like on your
applewood
writers?
stuff?
I would like
So good.
applewood bacon, please, made with applewood.
I like applewood bacon, but Jesus Christ, take it off your fucking menus.
No.
What kind of places are you going to? Because I probably see that the least out of all the
Damn.
choices in bacon.
Sam probably ain't shit. Okay.
Is there- I
Did
shop.
you say in Vegas?
Vegas. I've never been to Vegas, so I couldn't speak on
I like
that.
Vegas. They have delicious bacon in Vegas. They have
No, I thought he said Vegas. My bad.
Vegas.
No,
bacon?
like literally, like it's even on fucking Wendy's menu right now.
Wow, I don't know that.
It's a fast food restaurant, and they're like, "Hey, we
Hey,
got applewood bacon.
hey, Wendy's is better than fast food. We're not affiliated to Wendy's,
Wendy's?
everybody.
We are not affiliated with Wendy's." The title of this podcast better be "We are not affiliated."
Yeah, this is gonna be the new. We are not affiliated.
You're all fucking dumb.
Hey, if I'm gonna go for a quote unquote fast food burger, I'm gonna go Five Guys. I love me some.
That's
Five
not
Guys.
fast food.
Yeah.
It's fast.
It's not
It's
fast
food.
food.
Drive-through.
They do not have a drive-through.
I bet you there is
But
one.
you see how
If I find
It's
one
like
to drive through,
I literally at one point had someone argue with me that Steak and Shake was not fast food.
Take a shake is fast food.
They
Drive-through.
have a fucking drive-through. It's fast food.
I'm gonna find like a gourmet
If
restaurant with
I
a
get my
drive-through.
meal in 5 minutes, it's fast food and it was pre-cooked.
Ooh. If you get your
You,
favorite,
right. you know what I'm talking about, right? You ain't making what I'm ordering in fucking 5 minutes. I'm
if
sorry.
you just found your new favorite band in 5 minutes,
Let me tell
ain't
you.
you don't
ain't
really like
shit.
right. You don't really like music. You don't really know that there's something deeper than that. Oh, this is my new favorite band.
It's deeper than applewood
there's,
bacon.
There's different types of people. There's different levels of how into music they are. I get it. Same thing with food.
I
like-
completely agree with you,
dude,
though.
No, seriously, it's like working in the big kitchen and not working in the big kitchen. There is a innate difference. Okay, I'm done with the big kitchen.
I have a
So-
serious respect for those in the big kitchen. However,
Dang it, I peaked.
you've been doing that all night.
No,
However-
this fucking peak laugh and whispers.
If you can't jump on that line with me
The applewood line.
and bend over and take it, right? You ain't shit. I'm sorry. You might know how to cook. You might be a phenomenal cook, right? You have the most ingredients and just mwah, right? But look, if you can't jump on that line with me, you ain't shit.
I'm gonna
'Cause
come
that's
to
what
your
it's about.
restaurant and order like can I have I need like all your applewood bacon.
We don't sell applewood bacon. We
Well,
have nothing
I'm gonna
bacon.
request it.
We literally
Well,
have
your
nothing
place is
bacon.
bullshit. How you not have fucking
Matter-
bacon?
Because it's a fine dining restaurant.
You can wrap shit in bacon. Bacon with scallops.
If you wrap
Scallop
chicken
wrapped
in bacon, that is not fine
I didn't say
dining.
chicken bacon. I said
that
scallops.
is white trash
What?
and or
Ooh.
ethnic
Ooh.
trash. It's look, I'm just being honest here. Okay, we're in a metal band.
So
I don't give a
scallops.
fuck.
Oh,
So
here we go.
scallops wrapped in bacon.
Is it?
Oh, how about scallops with candied bacon?
Say wait, what?
Scallops and
I've
candied
had
bacon.
scallops with candied bacon. It's delightful.
Okay.
I needed
At the same time,
So bacon's never gourmet.
No,
Never.
no. It is, but it's not bacon. Okay.
What-
you
what
want
is
to
it
go to a
then?
fine dining restaurant?
Is it pork
chances
belly?
are
Pork
they
fat?
do not sell bacon in anything. It's not bacon anything. It's pancetta. Pancetta is
That's not
Italian.
entirely true.
It's naturally. Shut up. It's naturally cured bacon. I'm not saying this is like 100% across the board. If you're a fine dining restaurant and can incorporate a rat, bacon, chicken, whatever in your meal,
your white trash,
your menu,
your
and
ethnic
have
trash.
it work and be elevated, that's fucking awesome. I love the idea of that, right? But at the same time, it's really hard to do because you think bacon wrapped anything. You're thinking like barbecues outside.
That's
So
what
if
he-
I
see?
take
See?
foie gras,
You're going to wrap foie gras in bacon?
What?
Stop
oh
it.
look, he's
Stop
like,
it.
well, actually,
I need your take on this. I need your take on this.
See, there's definitely different things you could do to elevate bacon. Like the Public in Chicago, they have a very nice piece of bacon, but it's a different cut. It's a slab of the actual bacon.
Pork
itself.
belly is different. To me, pork
It
belly
is
not
it is bacon though, is it
Yeah,
not?
it's bacon.
It
but
comes
it's-
from the
it's
slab
pork
bacon,
belly,
doesn't
dude. It's pork
Yes.
belly. I realize bacon is pork belly. Okay, I get it. but
What
I'm
happens when
saying
you
is-
slice it really thin? It becomes a slice of bacon.
Yes.
Well,
isn't it not
It's
bacon
not
until it's actually like
considered
cured and stuff?
bacon,
Though,
though.
technically,
It all is usually done so together in one big process, and then that's when you give it to like a butcher or meat market, and they go and they slice it up themselves and do whatever the fuck they
So-
want with
what
it.
about turkey bacon?
No, hold on.
Let's throw
Okay,
fucking.
so
I'm
he brought up pork belly. Okay, went to a. I'm not even gonna use the terms here.
Pork belly
the
restaurant?
titles. I went to a event.
real
in
quick.
Maryville.
How long you been cooking?
My whole life.
Okay.
Officially, like in the industry, like 8 months.
Okay.
Okay.
But you've been cooking for
But
yeah.
enough to progressively.
Side note, if
I'm
we ever wanted
already.
to- he
I
does
just
do
wanted everyone
cooking.
to know
Yeah.
that
No, yeah,
you're not coming
I-
out of
I'm
your
trying to
ass
be
yeah, no,
with the
I
white
know,
trash.
I know a
shit,
little
and,
bit of my shit,
and you've
okay?
only been doing it for 8 months.
I understand what he's saying. He definitely knows some stuff.
I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Okay, so I went to an event a couple months ago, and it was in Maryville.
Was that why you weren't at practice?
It was a specific. It was like a fucking Friday morning. You guys weren't even up
you
at
said
this
Monday.
point, okay? And it was a collection of
Lies. That's what it
different casinos or restaurants or schools. Like Ivy Tech was a part of this, right? And it was a fundraiser charity event
Right.
to raise money. I'm sure you've probably heard or been a part of something like this. I don't necessarily want to put names out there, but
Boomstick check.
no, I'm doing it now because I'm trying to talk to him. I'm trying to talk to him. Okay.
Fucking
So-
job today.
Our dish was basically to boil down to something simple. It was a base of polenta with a pork belly slice, but the pork belly we smoked it with a full layer of rock salt on top. So
Right.
the skin of the pork belly got like a chicharron. Okay, so you got the pork belly, which is like that succulent bacon almost, right? But with a chicharron layer that's connected to it. Right? It's just a process, right? So in that sense, yes, we served bacon and grits on a plate. Because that's
White-
really what it was.
White
but at the
trash.
same time, if you look at this plate, you're not going to say it's bacon and grits. It's polenta and fucking pork belly.
It's ethnic trash.
With the
So if I'm
crunchy
not a-
If we
chicharron
get there,
skin.
then you can even just go broader and say it's pork because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's pork.
So if I take a filet mignon,
Here we go.
Can you
and I
not say
wrap
it
it
like that? It's a
in-
fillet.
in
Just say fillet.
filet
Jesus
mignon.
Christ.
Thank you.
if I take that and I wrap it in pork, it's not included in fine dining.
It's a bacon wrapped piece of steak.
So it's
A
It's-
dead slice of pork wrapped around a dead piece of cow.
is
It
white
sounds like food.
trash.
So
It's food.
the
right?
synopsis is
Fine.
though gourmet restaurants don't serve bacon.
No,
ever.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
And if they do, they're ethnic or white trash.
So-
I just had
so
to get that out.
If I go to Indy or we can go to Chicago or whatever, we go to one of the more fancier steakhouses. And they have bacon. Like, you're not my friends in authority. This is not fine dining. There's bacon on my fucking plate.
Reduce your price.
Take it back.
That's not what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
want this.
That's not what I'm saying.
but that's
okay?
what you said.
If you
I
no.
understand what
If your
you're
menu is
saying. I get what you're
comprised
saying.
of different fucking proteins wrapped in bacon, as delicious as it might be,
It's yes.
kind of for the the middle,
More middle, yeah.
class.
I know what you mean,
It's not super refined food.
So
okay?
so
We're talking
they
about
could
What if it's
have
hamon?
Huh?
What?
Hamon, you
What's
know
that?
the it's
Is that
basically
Philippine?
no hamon. Basically, if you go to like
Racist.
Spain,
Okay.
España, it's
Okay.
like they don't consider I guess like their highest end. It's got like a black hoof and shit. They cut it really thin and shit.
Okay.
It's like fucking expensive as hell. You might know that shit.
It sounds expensive.
Yeah, it's like a specially
yeah.
cured whatever. But it's a big talk on bacon. We'll go.
Yeah, it
we'll go
really
like
was
another
bacon talk.
10,
Little
15
bit.
minutes.
I actually
Yeah.
just saw a picture on my Instagram today from the Acadia. They have
Jesus Christ, dude!
because now he slouched back.
Earlier when I told
they,
you
they
not to
have
deep
a
throat
very
it, I
popular.
need you to deep throat.
I mean,
this
they have
fucking
a
mic,
very
okay?
popular
Turn
dish at the Acadia in Chicago, and it was just this nice like this nice hunk of pork belly, just nestled in this
You
green
could say it's
puree.
bacon. It's okay.
And is what?
It's allowed here.
Pork belly. Yes, they are. It's somewhat the same thing, but yeah, you could just do so much with it. What you typically see now is they're using more of the whole thing instead of just a slice,
Yeah.
or they're dehydrating it, or they're candying it, or they're just doing all sorts of shit with it.
Have
So
you-
long story
have you
short-
had the candied. It's very like Asian Chinese. It's like candied pork or beef. It's almost like a dessert. It's so sweet. But it's meat. It's the weirdest thing. I tried some the other day, and it's like literally, I'm eating meat, and my mouth knows I'm eating meat, but it tastes like a fucking bonbon in my mouth, and my body is just like, what are you doing right now?
My body.
My body.
That's when you just
I'm
come into the
eating
whole
meat.
flavor situation of it.
Say that again.
That's when you just come into the whole flavor aspect of it. Just because it's bacon doesn't mean it has to taste like bacon.
Just because Sam was eating meat doesn't mean
I'm
okay.
gonna make this bacon. wait. We're coming full circle. I'm gonna make this bacon taste like cilantro lime rice.
Delightful. That's bacon, cilantro, lime rice.
Too much.
Nice.
Grant
But-
Atkins
so-
has a dish in Chicago where he makes a tomato taste like a strawberry,
Bacon?
and a
Oh,
strawberry
damn it.
tastes like a tomato, and
Crazy.
they look like it.
That's
too.
witchcraft. That's what that is.
No, that's molecular gastronomy, and that's where
Some
you
sort
go
of
to
This dude
those-
is a Scrabble king. Molecular gastronomy. Get that on your Scrabble boards, people.
and that's
You
when
will win.
You're
That's-
never getting that many letters. Okay, anyway.
That's
I'm
when
at
you go to
different
these
times.
more fine dining type of restaurants where you're sitting down for hours and you're having an experience.
Yeah.
That's when they're fucking with you. That's when you're trying all these different things you would have never thought of or would have even thought could be possible with food, and it's just messing with you and it's making your palate just go crazy.
So
you were a part of a.
God, you talk so much.
You're talking about food, man. I'm in the shit. Okay, like I gotta talk.
I'm gonna make
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna make a quick right turn. So we would be the
Peons?
molecular gastronomy
Gastronomy.
how we make our music,
Not really.
right?
There's a lot of cooks in the
As
kitchen.
far as
There's a lot of cooks.
Because molecular gastronomy is the core of cooking. Like, why things
if you want to
happen.
talk back there, I'll turn you.
Why things happen the way
Just
they
don't laugh
do.
so fucking loud.
And then that's how you can play with it and do whatever you want to kind of.
I'm sorry.
You're just manipulating food, and that's where all the fun and the creativity comes from it.
We do the
It
same
goes-
thing,
It's
right?
At a
basically
certain
like
point.
music.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
food and you could be drawing, anything like that. It's all some sort of art. When people are like, "Oh, food, you're just cooking shit." No. you could just take. I could take a piece of meat and grill it, and it's not going to be as good as
Those
you take
aren't
a
my
piece of
type
meat.
of people.
That's like fuck that. No, it's an art because like if you could, it's stupid without sounding like a freaking. A food elitist, like you actually take them on like a journey.
called
'Cause
foodies. They're called
exactly
foodies.
it.
Food
You would
elitist.
be, you want to take them on some sort of a journey. You want it like through flavor country, but
Oh my god, bacon wrap flavor.
and so why they got to be southern? Why can't they be like?
Because they're white trash.
Whoa,
That's what he said.
He said
You
it,
did
not
it.
me.
You said it
So
earlier.
if like I do love to eat bacon.
If you wrap some in
What if
bacon,
from
it's
another
white
thing like
trash.
oh I love bacon. So they're
For
white
the
trash.
last time eating it does not make you white trash.
I just want
Liking it
everybody to
doesn't
know
make you
that,
white
that we are
trash.
not affiliated with white trash.
No, not really.
Oh, you are.
just say
right here. You are.
Most of us aren't.
What John
You
is
never
getting at-
clarified, Sam.
Shut
So I'm clarifying.
Listen,
Let Sam talk.
We've been talking over each other all. This podcast is gonna be ridiculous, right? So look, what John's referring to is that same thing with food and restaurants you have with music. Okay, so you were part of a restaurant that was able to attain a Michelin star rating, which is fucking awesome, dude. Props, like high five. Like that. No, that's
Like
seriously,
how many-
that's awesome. Okay?
Just like a layman, how many is it just 1 star you can get?
You
3.
can get up to 3.
Is it like Michelin tires where like they're rated to a specific?
Thank
Whoa,
you.
whoa, 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 whoa!
Thank you.
that is where the company started.
Bang! Look at that. It was a legitimate question.
The brothers, they made a travel guide, and then tires happened, and then they just said, "Hey, we're gonna start making these little brochures that kind of give you a sense of some nice place you can go to eat." And now it's just this whole giant, crazy, and beautiful thing.
So like for car people, is there like
so-
a Pirelli star or maybe a Yokohama?
I don't know about that.
Okay,
I don't know about
wait,
It's got
that.
3 Pirelli
Before-
stars,
before
then
I
it
forget-
exploded. So
Before I forget what I was saying, Michelin star rating, right? So for me and for a lot of people that are in the industry, it's not just about how good the food is. It's about the experience. It's about every single little detail, right?
Mhm.
So when it comes to music, there's a parallel though. Bleh. There's a parallel there in the fact that you have a lot of bands making great music, but if you don't pay attention to all the little details and bring them into the experience, it's all about the experience, right? So you get a Michelin star rating, God forbid you get 3 Michelin stars, which is crazy, right? You're not going there for the great food because you can find great food anywhere.
how impossible is it to
Right?
get like a 3? Like
very
how hard is
hard.
it to get?
Very hard.
Gordon Ramsay did it.
Don't talk shit about
And,
Gordon
and
Ramsay.
then he lost.
I love him.
And then he lost.
Are you-
the 3?
Are you a fan of Gordon Ramsay?
I am. Yeah.
Dude, Gordon Ramsay's the shit because he's like he's so metal. He's like fuck you.
That was
My
the
food's
weakest
good.
high five ever, by the way.
What are you?
I'm
Have a shit sandwich. No, it's fucking. It's good.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's like you were saying.
It's an
That's what we're
experience.
doing. Yeah,
It's an experience, right?
that's what we're doing here. I mean,
so it's not just about crafting the notes or crafting the song. It's about
Taking them
bringing
somewhere.
the person in and making them feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Same thing with food,
invoking an emotional response.
which is why I think we brought on a chef in
Yeah,
this
it's-
podcast, because there's so many parallels between food and music. If you look at the statistics of what like the needs of people are in the world, right? And I'm not talking about like needs. I'm talking about wants, right? The top 3 are always music, food, and sex. They can give a shit less about everything else, right? So there's parallels between that experience in food and music. And that's what we're
And
trying to do
sex.
on the music side, and we're
Yeah.
trying to do on the food side.
Exactly.
I
what
did definitely know
this
some people
is.
that would starve and they'd just be banging shit like I'm not hungry, I'm good.
A lot of the aspects from music and cooking, they just apply to basic life.
Yeah.
It's an art. It's something you do. And like when you think about it, I can break it down for you. Cooking is just these 3 things. It's common sense, it's creativity, and it's passion.
Don't
You-
tell
it-
that to my cooks.
I'm gonna
'cause they don't have shit for common sense.
I'm
see,
gonna quote you on that.
again, it is.
I
it
don't
is-
taste the passion in this.
No, it's true though. Like I could tell the difference between someone that like gave a shit, even
but
if they
at
don't have the
same
knowledge, and the
time,
person that
it's
had the
still-
knowledge.
At the same time, it's still a way to make money.
Yeah.
You know, there are cooks that come to work and they just cook and they do their thing and they go home. They don't have to be into it in a sense, but they still do what they're doing.
It's the same thing with music.
Yeah, exactly.
We go to a show.
You're either you're in it, or you're just in it to try it out, and you just kind of fail at some point.
Or it's a 9 to 5.
Yes,
know?
exactly.
When we go to shows, I feel like personally,
When
this is
we
my own
go to
opinion. Shut up. We love what we do, and we love it to the point where I don't care if there's 2 people or there's 1,000. Not that we've ever played to 1,000 people, but
you don't tell them
it
that.
doesn't matter.
And here I have.
No, it was 1,003 specifically.
Jesus.
It doesn't matter. We still love what we do. We still want to put on the best show possible and engage the audience. That's what we do as performers, right? It's the same thing when you're behind the kitchen doors. You're a performer. You want to engage your audience, which is the people outside of that kitchen, eating the food that you eat. Or that you
Eating
make.
the food that you eat.
Shut up! I need to pee.
I want to eat. Go ahead, you can right now.
Are
if
you
want.
really a
Let's put stuff up.
performer if they don't see you?
I gotta pee.
I mean, you can. That's gonna fall.
Let it.
Okay, good.
That's a
They're not
very-
my
But,
headphones.
Yeah, we're like an hour and 13. We'll go a little bit
It's
longer.
a very interesting play on like what you just said. That's like saying, can you be a chef if you don't cook?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like in true story, like I was actually considering like going like culinary school because I had a passion for it, but I was like I don't want to do it for a living. Like I know how to mix flavors and stuff
And a
like
lot
that.
of people say that, it's better to realize it and tell you rather than just put yourself through all the commotion if you're not really just gonna be 100% with it and yourself doing it.
I mean, it goes for music. It goes for a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. It could be music. It could be sports or anything like that. I mean, if you want to be a police officer,
it's literally life. It applies to life.
Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. I know, for instance, he wants. He was very into, World's Strongest Man, right? And that's clearly one of his talents. A lot of people are very diversified when it comes to talents. But then,
Right.
like you were saying, is this something I actually gonna put 100% into? And in culinary, in music, I come across a lot of different products that clearly are just maximizing talent for profit.
Right.
And it feels like that. Like you were saying, it literally feels
'Cause
like you
can
just
feel like there's
here to
nothing more
take
to
my
it.
money. Yeah.
Yes.
and then I can go from a hole in the wall restaurant to this big ass fucking 5-star
Exactly.
blah blah blah, and the 5-star tastes like shit. But I go to this little hole in the wall restaurant. You're like, is this sanitary? Probably the best food I tasted, and like it could go from anything. It doesn't even matter what cuisine.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking about that the other day. There's this little Latin market up the street from my apartment, and the place is like getting ready to close down because nobody goes there. And I walk in and I'm just like, look at all this freshly grown, all these fresh red onions, this fresh cilantro, these limes, all this knowledge here about the Mexican culture and the cuisine that no one's taking advantage of.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're probably busy just getting a burrito at Chipotle or somewhere like that, and they're saying, "Oh, it's Mexican food." No, that's not what it is. You don't have all the spices, the herbs.
And
the-
that's
all
the
the
crazy
good
that's the
stuff.
crazy part
the
because
years of experience and fucking passing down recipes and knowledge.
right. And that's the thing. That's the crazy part on the music side. It feels like it really feels underground because you're really taking a lot of time to produce something. No, there's not a huge audience because, like you were saying, they're out getting the Chipotle, they're out getting the fast food, they're out in the drive-through.
I mean, it's convenience too. It sucks. Like I would like to sit down for I'd like to go to a more expensive restaurant or sit down. But, I mean, do you have? I mean, like to get a good meal, you need like an hour, like a good meal. I mean, you could eat in like a half hour, but then why do I want to rush that?
Going to like different restaurants and places like that these days, I definitely get more of a kind of a feel in general of just exactly what can I gain for myself from coming here. What are you gonna like show me that every other place doesn't have already? If I come to you and get a burrito, what's gonna be so different about it? But if I go here, I can learn about different types of tortillas, or I can have someone show me how
There you go.
to make some nice comados or something like that.
apple with tortillas.
Bacon tortillas.
Anyways,
Go pee.
But,
yes,
I did.
do chefs? Are they? Are you like other musicians? They're like, hey, I like the way he did. I like the way he makes these burritos.
a lot of it is
I'm gonna
just
do
putting
it
yourself
this
out
way.
there, like coming to a chef and saying, "Hey,
Do you
teach
steal
me
other?
something.
Not you. You mean?
Dude, they
Wait,
all steal
Do
shit.
you steal
Yes.
from other chefs?
Everybody
yeah,
steals
no, it's the
recipes
same way.
and
It's-
techniques.
that's a very loose term nowadays."
You're
Because
emulating.
What
It's
can I
emulating.
really steal? I can take what you've done and play on it, yes, but I can't really steal the concept of it.
Yeah,
The main
not
thing- everything pretty much has been done already.
No, you,
Well,
It's just we haven't-
That's not.
What?
That's not.
No, it
entirely
could have been. It
true.
could have been done like
It's
1,000
not.
years
It's-
ago.
that-
Do you know it was done?
That
1,000 years
was
ago.
the entire idea behind classic French cuisine. They thought at one point back in the 1900s that every dish that could have been created was created at that point. And now don't get me wrong, classic French cuisine is still like top of the world, right? They have the most refined system in cuisine, but at the same time, I think they realize no, like we still have so many options out there. There's still so much that we haven't done.
That's when you come into the culinary world and you come into the side of the old classical chef versus the new modern chef that has all the molecular gastronomy tools, all the sous vide machines, all the things
I was
like
just
this,
about to say sous
and,
vide.
and how they
I
can.
swear to God.
That's where it's like you just open up a new world because now I can make this whatever the fuck I want it to be. It doesn't have to be just chicken. It doesn't have to be just a steak. It can be whatever I want it to be now.
Chicken flavored steak.
I can play with the food.
That's country
itself.
fried steak.
Wrapped in applewood bacon.
That's chicken fried steak.
Exactly.
When you said Modern Chef, I was like Iron Chef. That was a good show.
Oh my god.
Because you're taking the old classic technique and you're applying it, but you're changing it in such a more vast way that can come down to the molecular structure of the actual food itself.
Yeah, you're
Who's your
elevating.
favorite chief?
Jeffe.
Kansas City.
And fuck, we're gonna go as long as we want. I was like, whatever.
I
Jeffe.
honestly could not pick one.
What
Or Jeff.
if you had like
Wait,
a couple
you seriously
favorites?
don't have a
So like,
favorite
okay,
chef?
like let's
No.
say you were out and about, right? And you're like, oh my god, it's
Right.
who would you flip your shit
Yeah,
for?
yeah,
in
there
the
we go.
chef world.
You better be very careful what you say.
No.
Because
I
I will
wanna-
judge the shit out of you.
Well, I can't really say I have a favorite, but
If someone
Like
was
Paula
gonna-
D puts butter on everything.
I
and applewood bacon.
actually met
And
the
blacks.
Pioneer cookie lady in Colorado once. She was a nice lady.
She is a nice lady, and she also grew up in like I don't know how old she is in a different time. So you can't judge someone of what they
For
grew
what
up
they
with.
were saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But go ahead.
If I had to pick like a top three, I could do that.
If somebody no
Who's some? Yeah, pick a
If-
couple. Yeah, that's fine.
God, all right. Yeah.
Chef Goggin with his restaurant in Bangkok.
I have no idea who that is.
Watch Chef's
I
Table.
appreciate it. What is it?
You have to watch Chef's Table.
That's such a good show.
Chef's Table on Netflix.
Is it on Netflix?
It
Yeah.
really opens your eyes. Alex Atala, he's a man who really likes to put a play on his own home culture cuisine, which is Brazilian food, because nobody really thought it could make it in a restaurant. And
Also
be
Chef's
refined.
Table.
Yes,
Also
yes,
Chef's Table.
Exactly.
Yep.
You see all these great people and what they're doing, and it's just like wow. That's why I really can't pick a favorite, because they all have had some hardship or some struggle.
So there's not one chef
I give
that
it two.
if they were walking down the street
Like, who would you flip shit for?
and you're like, holy shit, that's
Honestly, if
I need to talk to.
it would be any of them, honestly, because it's someone that has this reputation that just you know exactly right off the bat who they are, what they did, and for me, it's like wow, I just want to have the opportunity to talk to you or even work with you if I'm lucky and take something away from it. I can't pick a favorite because we're all just at the end of the day just making lunch for some people. But at the same time, we all just had this devotion and this passion, this drive.
Do you have a
for it.
chef idol? I'm just trying to make you say
Yeah.
something.
I
'cause
know
we-
you
pick
are.
one,
I know
damn it.
you are.
we've got like
Yeah.
main guitar players, drummers, bass players. and
Someone
like
that
like,
I'm
who,
not-
who was like something you really wanted to be like? Like this.
I'll give you an example. I have two favorite drummers, right? One's Luke Holland, one's Chris Adler. You've
Love
heard
me
me
some Chris
talk about
Adler.
Luke Holland.
Yes.
I've met him, talked to him, have his email. Cool, we conversate.
They had a bromance.
You see how I said that? But Chris Adler,
Yeah.
you're
That whole like
You're-
starstruck moment, man.
exactly. So who is gonna make you starstruck? Like you were saying, you were mentioning chefs that clearly you could have a conversation with. Yeah, they're just as driven. They might be a little bit more ahead of you as far as status, but someone that you're gonna be like,
All right. Now this might sound a little cliche, but I would probably say Grant Atkins. His episode of Chef's Table really just it spoke out to me and it touched me in a very different way, because at that time in my life I was somewhere where I didn't think I was going to continue on to cook anymore, and I feel like it was him and that episode I watched, and I just kind of started to follow him more. And even then, Royster, who won a Michelin star, that was his restaurant.
yeah,
I worked for him. I physically saw and met him.
yeah.
And so he's definitely been more of an inspiration to me. And he's made me realize, just because I don't have a properly functioning nose doesn't mean that I can't cook. Because you see these things that I do
I
nowadays.
mean, fair enough. I'm impressed.
The food that I've been making recently, I'm not tasting it anymore. I'm just making it, and I know it's good because I have that knowledge and that understanding of what I'm doing from just so many years, and like knowledge that I've taken from reading and looking into different, how should I say, just sources of knowledge.
Well, it's even
So
that's the whole art thing too. Like even you could come right in. It's just like what we do with music. It just doesn't feel right. No matter how good you do it or how talented you are, it just doesn't feel right, and you just learn it.
The thing that I respect is the fact that sorry.
He's
sorry
good.
guys. The thing that I respect is the fact that you have a I want to say disability, right? You have a difficulty in what's going on with your nose and everything else, and your nose is a huge. Sorry,
you just hate on everyone.
A huge
white trash.
No, shut up. It's a huge thing about cooking,
Right.
And the fact that you are trying to overcome that and have been overcoming that and getting great success from it is awesome, honestly. And it's the same thing that I feel like anybody in the music world,
like me with asthma.
Bands, this motherfucker has the worst asthma I've ever seen. Like he comes in every day with a nebulizer, whatever you call it, and he's a drum player.
Dude,
are
like
you serious?
Live, I think I'm
always afraid he's gonna
tired.
die.
I'm like, I think Kenny's dying. Fuck it.
I need one more thing subtitle. Nebulator.
Sound like some Star Wars shit, man. Come on, we are not affiliated with Star Wars.
I
Real
can't
quick.
breathe. I need that nebulator.
I need a nebulator.
Go ahead.
My top two, just because I'm also in that world, right? My top two, Gordon Ramsay. I don't care if it's cliche or what.
Dude, I would freak out if I met him. Like, fuck, it's Gordon.
My girlfriend got me, and I love her to death. She got me a.
Oh.
If you've ever heard of Masterclass, it's online.
love her.
It's basically professionals, like world-class, well-known professionals, teaching their craft online, right?
I think they even have comedians and stuff like that too now. It's
yeah,
really
they have
branching.
communities. It's kind of like a blog thing. It's really cool. Well, she bought me Gordon Ramsay teaching how to cook, right, for Christmas, and it's phenomenal, right? To the point where I see him differently than a lot of people do because he shows a different side of himself inside of this in this online class tutorial thing. And we are not affiliated with Masterclass, but it's
I'd
great.
like to be
We're not
affiliated
affiliated with Gordon
But
Ramsay.
he
Gordon
runs
Ramsay's shit.
he runs his
But we want
kitchen.
him.
He runs his kitchen like it was the military, and that's something that I understand and respect because I was in the military, right? And my other one is Anthony Bourdain, simply because of how honest of a chef he is.
He's so
and
underrated too. He's like, I love his shit, his shows, and everything.
He is like the man's man or the woman's woman.
Dude,
right?
he's like a modern samurai.
He's the
That's how I would
chef's
put
chef
that.
because he speaks to the real environment of the kitchen and what it's really like to be in that environment on top of being a phenomenal chef. Like, that's why I respect the shit out of him and would go, nah, if I met him.
I love his shows, especially when he goes around. It's just it's entertaining because he understands what he's doing. and
Kitchen
he's
Confidential.
experienced
Read his book, Kitchen Confidential. Have you read that book?
I have not.
You are an embarrassment to the culinary world, sir. You
I
need to
never
read
really
Kitchen
followed-
it.
Confidential.
Hey, dude, just pull the big kitchen and you got rank.
I'm in the big kitchen.
No, do you have any like just to keep music wise? Do you have any like anyone that you flip shit that if you met them, like it's weird because like playing music, all of us feel like oh no, whatever they're just one of us. I'm really thinking of like who I would flip. Honestly, I'd flip shit for Chris Adler. Like dude, I fucking love Chris Adler. Like the guys
Even
from Lamb
to,
of God.
like, as the time goes along, and we've played with some headliners, like people that are mainstream, and I just like
It's just like this.
What's up, man? Give me a dab, cool.
It's
We're
weird.
gonna shake hands and whatever. And then even till this day, 5 years later, it's still Lamb of God. It's still Chris Adler.
Like,
Like
I
if any of those, if I met any of those dudes, like that's like you can hear the influence even like some of the music. Like people want to hear us live.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, here's some Lamb of God stuff. Like, because I fucking love Lamb of God. That's why.
Yeah,
Mine would have to be Time is the Enemy.
you're
That's
stupid.
your start. That's
You're
your start.
fucking
show.
stupid.
Insert shameless plug here.
You're fucking stupid. That band sucks.
Oh my God, they're fucking horrible. Have you seen the bass player?
Ugly shit.
Have you heard him play?
Cankles.
He's white trash.
Jesus Christ, man.
Applewood.
He is a fucking piece of chicken wrapped in applewood bacon,
He
all right?
likes Applewood.
All right. Well, on that note, go ahead and plug some of your stuff, man. Like, what's coming up?
Well, I still do my regular festival every Friday at the Griffith Central Market.
Try the
Do you know the
pierogies.
address or anything like that? Or
Try
is
the
it easy to
fucking
find out?
pierogies, man.
It's very easy to find,
Cool.
of course.
Is it on Facebook?
Yes.
Central
I always
Central
post
Market
links
Griffith.
to it on my Instagram, my Facebook, so that'll be there.
Cool.
But
What is your Instagram?
corny guy at corny guy.
Spell it out for us slowly.
CORNYGUYY.
See,
It's too,
it's
see, they were
not.
like,
See,
I can't find corny because he's got 2 fucking wives.
want to go to the market. I can't go because I don't.
God
You
damn
got
it,
way too
Kenny.
excited.
I'll make sure you get that information later for the video.
Yeah, I'll
but,
put it on there for you.
I can't
I-
get over
I-
it, man.
I have that. I'm doing a lot of bigger catering things downtown in Chicago.
Is that open to the public?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I'd love
Whatever
more.
you want to post in it, I'll get
Okay.
that and I'll put on there, and then whatever you feel comfortable, you can
Have you-
post.
I'm definitely doing a lot more private things now, but I will have a pop-up ramen night coming up. A buddy of mine would
What
like
you
to do.
Fucking need to tell me because you don't need some goddamn ramen.
I did notify you.
Motherfucker.
A buddy of mine in the middle of LaPorte, Indiana. We just bring the real cultural aspect of Japanese ramen to just a small town, and a lot of different people from all over come out to it.
Do you have
And
any
it's-
Asians making
you
it?
gonna have to impress
Say what?
me.
Do you have any Asians making it?
No, it's just
You
us.
offend me, sir.
I
Okay,
have-
Sam.
No,
wait,
so-
wait, no,
okay,
no.
Sam.
I have been.
That's where food becomes food because you
Just
know,
awesome.
Just
I like that. It doesn't matter.
I have.
Breaking racial divides here.
I had a book. I watched some videos. I practiced. I studied, and now I have this knowledge and this different understanding of something that people just assume is a dried food that you make when you have nothing else to eat at home. For
Ramen's
5
delicious.
cents.
Like if you, I wish I could get like a good. We had a good ramen restaurant.
And don't get me wrong, it's good, but like it's very different as opposed to having the fresh ingredient, the real fatty broth, the actual hand spun wheat noodles.
Okay, so other than that, anything else you want to promote? Anything else coming up? Anything new?
I like. I don't want to give out too much right now.
Okay, well, it's good stuff. Yeah, just feel free. We're gonna have you on again probably because you're probably the one that's gonna show up. But no, thanks again for being on and joining us and like that.
Thank you, guys.
Go ahead, Sam. You got something you want to say?
Applewood bacon.
Fucking Applewood bacon. Hey man, I appreciate you being on, man. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah.
When you work on Fridays, make sure you try the pierogies.
I have.
Have you really?
Yes.
Did you like them?
What'd you think of them?
Sam makes some fire ass pierogies. By the
Yeah.
way.
Did
I
you
don't-
did you
don't
like
have to
them?
make them some.
If we're being honest, I didn't get the fresh ones. I got the ones at the end of the day. But next time, I would
Okay.
like to get some better ones.
So the only time I'm gonna say this, I am affiliated with that
Oh,
in a certain way, and I don't really care.
Here you go.
Because metal and rock on and all that other fucking shit, right?
Not do so
That's
much of it.
actually my Padres booth.
Really?
Yeah.
I've met him.
I
I've
wasn't
met him.
gonna do
He's a
that.
nice guy.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna say that.
No, it is what it is.
It's not
man.
Steely Dan
I
either.
I learned my pierogi
Someone's
techniques from
confused.
him. Okay, so
I like the pierogies. They are very good.
yeah, it's my dad.
I've had the cottage cheese ones and the sauerkraut.
Oh, they're not cottage cheese, man.
They're not?
Ricotta.
It's I mean it's
Isn't it?
it's
Yeah, I
cottage
was told
cheese.
it was cottage cheese.
It's
Uh-oh.
because it's probably because he doesn't
I mean,
want to
it
give out
was
the
cheese.
recipe because he's stingy.
Oh, okay. Interesting then.
No, watch one of our other podcasts. I talk about the Ely burger. You have to watch it.
not supposed to say the name, man.
It's
No,
an
that's
Ely
yours,
burger.
dude.
It's
Damn it.
yours.
My dad is gonna sue me.
No, he
it's
won't.
your name. You're legally allowed to use your name. He doesn't own Ely.
Am I?
We're not.
Am I?
affiliated
Because
with the
technically that's what he
Ely's.
named his fucking pierogi booth.
Well, now you just
And
said
his
it. So I'm gonna
company.
have to edit that shit out.
It's
You're
a-
Ely. They know the Ely burger.
It's a burger.
Yeah.
and it's made by Ely. Sam Ely.
Yes, not the senior.
Sit. Oh my.
Fucking damn
I'm
it.
done.
Anyways,
Shut up.
I'm
once
done.
again, we have
Outro.
Sam here, and he plays our bass and stuff. You've got good old Kenny playing the drums. I'm John. Which if you haven't figured that out by now, if this is the first time you're tuning in, which it probably is,
Or not.
or not,
Or
no
we'll
one's
see you
tuning in.
next
Yeah,
time.
we'll see you next time. Yeah, play guitar and stuff and meadleys and whatnot. Once again, just to cover what we what I had to take out last time with some confusion. The reason the URL is /time enemy because you search for us as time is the enemy. Why would you want to type in the URL time is the enemy? Do you know how many times I spelled that wrong in the
Because
URL?
it's specific.
Or you could go to Facebook and go time is the enemy. Boop, time is the enemy. It's really fucking hard.
It's specific.
Another thing,
I
time is
said
the enemy was already taken.
We agreed on
How's
this
that
point,
sound?
Kenny. How is it
How's that
taken?
sound?
You
Whoa.
need to fire our fucking
Whoa, whoa,
marketing
whoa.
PR
No, because
department, okay?
there's a person that's a regular person that their URL is time is the enemy.
Well, we
Just like
need-
there's
they
URL
can
that
change
says
it.
tough guy.
we
It
need to
doesn't have
sue
to be
them.
a band.
We need to sue them.
Number one, you're right. It could have been, but it was taken. And number two, it doesn't matter as long as you put time is the enemy
is gonna
in the
come
search
up.
bar.
I know it's
it pops up.
difficult.
I said
Technology.
that also. So I agreed with both sides.
Anyways.
what
Ha.
Kelly is saying is
Stop
that he's
dick
right.
Yeah, he shut up.
But once again,
if anyone has had
where's
that
your-
attitude,
hey, look.
it's this motherfucker right here.
You forgot to bring your nebulator, okay?
Defibrillator. Anyways,
acted crazy.
On that note, once again, check us out. Facebook.com/Time Enemy, TIMENEMY.
That's not a nebulator.
We're also on Instagram and Twitter. Official TITE. That's official TITE. Instagram and Twitter. We'll also post your Instagram. Do you have Twitter? You post them sweet tweets?
I will start.
You posting twats?
Dude, you should know. That is like, seriously, you post that and
You better not be posting twats.
I've definitely just been more drawn to Instagram, but I do have a Twitter, and I just have not put as much appeal into it as I have with all of my other social medias. But I will start to do.
dude, that's how you just put it like, I'm gonna be at the Griffith thing, not eating pierogies, making
Applewood bacon.
bacon wrap thingies.
Everyone thinks it's easy to keep a social media alive and running. It's not. It's a lot of hard work. You have to be creative with these things.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, we know.
Once again, thank you for tuning in.
Noticed
with
by the
Cornelius
3 people that watched.
Jemison, Jimin.
Jemison.
It's J-E, not J-A.
Thank you.
We are not affiliated with Jameson whiskey.
We're not affiliated with Cornelius Jemison, but maybe one of these days we'll bring you on to we'll do a cooking with Time is the Enemy
Definitely.
on our main YouTube, and you guys can find. No,
We're not having Iron Chef.
Spoiler alert. Stop. Cut it out. Spoiler alert.
On that note, you guys know where we're going with this. So once again, thank you for following and stay tuned. We might have some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Me and Kenny are gonna free meal.
Hell yeah.